Hello, greetings from Colorado Springs. My name is Lance Kohler and I'm the managing broker for the Cornerstone Real Estate Team. Thanks for joining us today. Today I'd like to discuss a interesting landlord topic, and that is one of make ready. So make ready, making the property rent ready, why is that so important? A couple different reasons why that's important. One, it impacts your vacancy. So if your home is renting for $1,800 a month, every day that it's vacant costs you $60. So we want to keep that in mind. If you're doing improvements or repairs, there's costs involved. So again, attention to the make ready process is important because we want to minimize those costs for you, the owner, or if you're managing yourself, obviously you want to minimize those for your property. And lastly, but maybe most importantly, is a good make ready process that makes the property, that presents the property in the best condition possible, really sets the standard for that incoming tenant for you to tell them this is exactly how I want to get the property back. So we find it's really important. We want to present the property in the best condition possible, cleanest, no repairs required, everything's been taken care of, so that we set the standard on how we want the tenants to maintain it and how we want to receive that property back. Now, with the make ready process, within our organization, I'm going to talk about two different cases. The first one is when a new owner provides their property to Cornerstone. So a new client is getting ready maybe to move out of their property, or they're turning their property into a rental property, and they're handing it over to Cornerstone for us to provide them property management services. So preferably, we'd like the owner to give us the property rent ready. And we have a checklist for owners, information we provide. Cleanliness wise, we like the term hotel room clean. So obviously not if you've gone into a dirty hotel room, but one that you've gone into and you appreciated the fact that it was clean. That's what we're looking for in a single family home. And in our management agreement, we'll allow the owner to set the date, and we will take over possession of the property at that date and get it ready for listing and leasing. Now, sometimes that doesn't work for everyone, depending on their moving schedule or their work schedule, or maybe they're out of state and the home has been sitting vacant. So Cornerstone can also do the make ready. We can also make that rent ready for the owner, and we can easily facilitate that process for you. The second condition that I'd like to talk about is between tenants. So obviously we're managing the property. Most likely we're managing the property. We have the one tenant move out. We've got new tenants getting ready to move in. So there's an inspection, a move out inspection to identify any damages or repairs that might be needed, if there's any upgrades or any routine maintenance things that we've got to provide to the owner. And then we'll do a move-in inspection prior to the new tenants moving in, and make sure we establish the condition of the property and show that it's in rent-ready condition before we hand that over to them. So a couple things to remember, at least for us. We require the unit be professionally cleaned and that the carpets be professionally cleaned. And the reason we ask owners to provide us their property in that condition is because that's what we will require from every tenant after that. Each time the tenancy ends, we require in our lease the tenants to provide the unit back to us and provide receipts for professional cleaning and for professional carpet cleaning. And that's with a truck mounted steam system. So we specify that because we don't want the little rental from the Safeway. We want it professionally done. And they're required to provide us receipts showing that they had that done. And we do have a list of recommended vendors. We can provide that to any owners, and we do provide that to tenants when they're ending their lease and getting ready to move out, so they know who to choose from. The reason why we prefer those recommended vendors is because we work with them on a regular basis. We know that they provide a good product, they provide a good service for a fair price, and if there's a problem, if they missed something, if there's some issue that needs to be addressed, we know that they're responsive and that they'll come back and fix what isn't done right. We get asked sometimes by owners, in between tenants, can I use my own contractor or handyman, or I have a friend who wants to do that? Yes, but. So oftentimes there's a caveat to that answer. So yes, you can. We don't recommend it. We don't recommend it because we feel like we can do it quicker and more efficiently oftentimes than an owner can, especially if the owner's not local. That's been our experience. So we've done this before. We've done this a couple times with other owners. We just think we can be more efficient because maybe we're more practiced with it. But if you as an owner want to do that, want to manage the process, you're welcome to. We do ask that you manage the whole process. So what we don't do is piecemeal. So like you can't do the carpets and then have us clean the cabinets and somebody else clean the bathrooms. So that doesn't work and it's not efficient. So we just ask that you manage, if you're doing the make ready process, you manage the whole process. You pay the vendors, you let us know when it's done. We'll come back. We'll essentially take over the property and get it, listed and leased as quickly as possible. Like I said, our vendors do good quality work at a fair price, or we wouldn't use them. They're responsive to us. They'll fix a problem. They're licensed where that's required, and they're insured. We track it for all our vendors that we use. We keep copies of their paperwork on file. And we don't upcharge maintenance, so there's no hidden fees. There's no maintenance addition. There's no 10% added to invoices, at least not here. So there's no additional cost aside from the cost of having the vendor actually do the work for having Cornerstone manage that for you. We want you to trust the process so that we can save you time and money. If you are curious what your property could bring for rent income, we have a free market analysis on our website. Feel free to check that out, and you can reach us there if you have any questions, or you can stop by our office or reach us on the phone, 719-243-6400. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.